Greetings, it's Jared. This is how to order a free hanging pleated blind on our made-to-measure ordering system. Once you've got onto this page, which is the first page that you see when you log in, you've got this row of buttons here at the top. To add a new order, you click Add New Order. Once you click that, this will load up a new page, which is showing here. So you've got the account address details here, your delivery address details here, and then the order information like any order number or order reference, which you can specify in here. So to specify a customer order number, you've got to do this. This is mandatory. The system won't let you place the order without specifying anything here. So you could put in today's date or any purchase order number you've got. So I can use purchase order, just an example of 2022. And then if you've got a customer reference, you can specify here, but you don't have to. Once you've specified these details, you can click Next to go on to the next screen. Brings up these new set of buttons. We're going to click on this Add New Blind button here, where I'm hovering over, so I'll click that now. This will load up another screen where we can start specifying our free hanging pleated blind. So once you got onto this screen, you need to choose the blind type for this drop down list. So you can see we've actually got two free hanging pleated blind options, one of which says brown. So if you're ordering a pleated blind with white components, you're just going to choose the option I've got highlighted now. Or if you want brown components, you choose one which says brown. I'm going to go for white, and the process for ordering brown is very similar, so I won't duplicate by going with both. So once you've selected it, it loads up this page here. You start off by changing this measurement field to what you've got, so whether it be metric in millimeters or imperial in inches. I'm going to go for metric, and then you choose what type of measurement you've got, whether it's a recess, blind size or a fabric size. With pleated blinds, the fabric size is pretty much the same as a blind size, so you wouldn't normally use the fabric size, but it's there as an option if necessary. So I'm going to click on blind size, and we're going to start entering the sizes of this blind. So I'm going to say it's 900mm wide, 1200 drop. Now, because it's a free hanging blind, we need to make sure the cord's the right length. So that's why we ask for install height here. So I'm going to put an install height of 2250. And we've now got this chain length. Obviously a free hanging pleated blind doesn't have a chain, it has a cord, but we use the same box even though it is labelled chain length. You're best to change this to what's going to comply with the child safety regulations. So according to the child safety regulations, the bottom of the cord can't be any closer to the floor than 1.5 meters or 1500mm. So if you take 1.5 meters off 2250 minus 1500 is going to give you a 750mm cord length. So I'm going to put in 750. So you just specify that you're going to have a 750mm cord. If you don't change this, the system will flag up a little box when you hit the save button once you finish configuring everything and change it automatically for you, but you're best to change it manually first. Now you can choose the fabric from this drop down list here. I'm going to choose a fabric called Crush Air Black. You see it's got the fabric group loading up here, price group D, and the price has automatically updated in this field here. If you want to, you can specify location. So if you're ordering a number of blinds, you can label each one up with a location to make it easier when you're on site. So I'm going to put in, as an example here, as bedroom left. And instructions, if you've got anything else with the ordery that you want to have this blind, pop it in here. One example that could be if you wanted top fix and face fix brackets for this blind. So you just pop it in here, so top fix and face fix brackets. So once you've specified that, you can move on to this table down here at the bottom. You start off with this, choosing this option, control type. You're always going to leave this on pull cord control. So you can see when you click on this drop down list, that's the only option apart from blank, but we don't want blank, we want a pull cord control. You then click on control. You can choose left or right hand control. I'm going to leave it on left. Now the brackets, you've got another drop down list which says top fix or face fix. As we've asked for top fix and face fix, I'm going to leave it on face fix. And the final option is this finish. Again, this is the only option here in this list. So you're always going to leave this as free hanging white. You've actually got the same option when you order a brown blind, where it says free hanging white, but you just proceed as normal. So once you've configured everything on this list, and you're happy that everything's correct, you hit the save button. This takes us back to the screen we saw a few minutes ago, which gives us an overview of the blind. We've got the blind type, width, drop, the type of measurement we've got, the fabric, quantity, and then the price. You can either add new blind using this button here, or you can actually amend this blind by ticking that box there and hitting the amend button, or you could copy it. It's actually a useful shortcut to use when you've got a lot of blinds to order. Instead of having to click add new blind every time, you can just copy your first blind you've configured and just amend the sizes. So if you hit copy, this will reload and we'll have another line which will be where we've copied the blind. So once we copy the blind, if you want to go in and change the sizes, you tick the box here that I've just ticked, and then hit amend, bring up the screen where you can configure the blind. You can change the sizes or the control side or whatever you need to do. And so we'll just change this to 1 meter wide instead of 900mm. Install height I'm going to leave at 2250. Oops, I've made a mistake there, so 2250. Change this to 750. You notice that I'm using the tab button here on my keyboard to tab down these options instead of clicking on every single one. Leave the fabric as Crush ASC black, and then I'm just going to hit save. That'll take you back to the screen where we were a few minutes ago. And there we are. So you've got an overview of the order, the blinds and the sizes, and then you've got the price down here. So when you've configured your order, you hit save. This will take us back to the screen we saw when we first logged in. And we've got this order here showing us a red line. It's red because we haven't actually submitted it yet. So you can either leave this on the system as a quote, or you can get on and place the order straight away. So when you hit this little button here, and when you want to place the order, either hit pay order if you've got a pro forma account, but if you've got a credit account, you'll have a button called submit. Either way, when you click pay order or submit, it'll bring up this little box here, which just gives you a final warning, just to make sure that you're sure that everything is correct. If you're happy to go ahead, click OK, and that will then either take you through to the payment screen or send the order straight onto our system. So that's how to order a free hanging pleated blind. Thanks a lot for watching, but feel free to get in touch if you've got any questions. Thanks.